Hey guys, I'm Christopher Staten, Draft's beer editor, and today we are taking a look at one of the coolest things to have come through our office, and that is the Lost Abbey Ultimate Box Set Collector's Edition. Now, as you remember, the brewery released a series of very limited track beers last year, each inspired by some of Tommy Arthur's favorite rock and roll songs from the 70s and 80s. The beers themselves were essentially blends of Lost Abbey beers that were then spiked with wild yeast or sour culture, fruit, and then aged in various barrels. For instance, this is track number 5, which was inspired by the song Shout at the Devil. It was a blend of Lost and Found, Dawn Patrol Dark, and Avant-Garde, then aged in French oak red wine barrels with the brewery's sour culture, whole raspberries, and sour cherries, and each beer is as impressive as the next. Now, this particular box set is basically the culmination of a year's worth of releases plus one bonus track. It was made available to the public late last year to about 500 people lottery system. They went for about $450 a pop. Now, I'm not going to open the beers today, but I do want to take you for a closer look at what makes this by far the most creative packaging job I've ever seen in the beer industry.
Alright, first let's take a look at the case, which was created by Grammy Award-winning album designer Matt Taylor of Varnish Studios. As you can see, Lost Abbey is printed on the front of it. It's sturdy, it holds 12 beers to be exact, and when you close it, you've got the handwritten number and the Lost Abbey logo on the top. Now, as you can see, Lost Abbey artist Sean Dominguez took the reins with the beer's artwork, creating labels that were inspired by the same songs that the beers were named after. The box sets also came with a certification card signed by Tommy and a Lost Abbey press pass, giving you the impression of a real music box set, or perhaps even going behind the scenes of a concert. Now, if you're a fan of old LPs, you'll definitely love this aspect of the box set. It is the collection's album, which, if you open it, inside you have the entire lineup's tasting notes, or track listings, I guess you could call them, which feature everything from the blend of beers, the types of barrels they were aged in, the types of yeast, how many cases were produced, and vital stats like ABV. Now, if all of that wasn't enough, the true icing on the cake is what's inside the album jacket. On the one side, you have larger versions of each bottle's label artwork, and then on the other, you have an actual vinyl, no music on it, but what it does have is the brewery's logo. So that's the Lost Abbey Ultimate Box Set Collector's Edition.